There's only one way to start now. Hello, the channel. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you're all having a good weekend. Hope everyone's smashing it on SO5, enjoying the games being back. Certainly been enjoying it. EPL back's been really good. Enjoyed Burnley Man City on Friday night. Thought Chelsea Liverpool was really good as well. Feels like we're getting a bit of momentum SO5 wise. Serie A, Bundesliga back next weekend as well. Loads happening on the channel as well. So Danny's still in with all the limited for the weekend. So we'll do a wee review of that, what's been happening over the weekend. To Bob, congrats again, buddy. Has won the next 2 game weeks. So he's selecting lineups for this midweek and for the weekend as well. To Bob's actually going to come on the channel on Wednesday. Hopefully we're going to record that and do the lineup builder that way as well. Firstly, we review the weekend. So it's been a good one. This is the best team so far. It's currently sitting third. So Safanov, Junior Alonso, nice clean sheet there. Nicholas Madsen, really enjoying this pickup actually. He's played against Bruges and Ghent the last 2 games and he's still putting in good scores. So that's quite reassuring going forward, obviously, in terms of them being hard fixtures. Theo Bongonda, can you say about Theo? I think he's decisive every game since I tipped him in the £20 under £20 limited video. So it's been excellent. And Matt O'Reilly, go on, Matt. Good goal for Celtic. Celtic not so good at the back at the moment, but scoring loads of goals. All-star unique entry. This looks wonderful in terms of scores, but it's probably going to fall a bit short. So obviously no clean sheet for Liverpool, which is a shame. Scores look quite high, but bear in mind this is with the unique multiplier added, etc. I think there's a wee bit of AA to be added for Cezinha with the delayed coverage, but I think they might just fall short. If we can sneak a card, that would be good. Obviously midfield, forward, all decisives, but to be competitive, need a wee bit better in terms of the defence. All-Star Rare Pro, this looked a sensational team. Branco done his best to get a decisive. I think he had 8 key passes or something bonkers like that. Tadic missed a penalty, had 2 big chances missed and still had a 75, and Messi just did a Messi. So yeah, this will bring us in quite a nice card as well. Come back to Danny's just in a wee minute, just going through the sort of rare ones first. Under 23 Rare Pro, this is a real good chance. So obviously big game later on. Orkin hopefully falls in with the greens. Come on, Orkin. Let's do it. Let's bring it home. Come on, look at this team. You can't let this down. Let's just smash it out, 80 or 90 or something. Let's just get it done. So that could be a real good one. That's definitely podium dangerous. So in terms of Danny's teams, quite a few cards been picked up here actually. So look at this, nice scoring champion America. Andre Blake, he avoided obviously playing Joe Willis, which was good because Joe Willis didn't start. Not the best captain choice, unfortunately. A wee bit unlucky there, but Mukhtar, big 100. Dennis Bouanga, brilliant. Kai Wagner, superb as well. All-Star Limited, the pain. The pain. Look at this team. Can't believe it. And I'm sorry, Buddy, as well, for not noticing. I think there was some news in Diaz before the deadline, but no one in a rare, etc. Just didn't really click in my head about him being part of this team. I did glance over them and stuff to see if there was anything obvious, but that's a huge shame. That could have been a big one, but still picking up a tier 2 limited at the moment, so might drop to a tier 3 once all the games go through. Challenger Europe limited, again Vanaken, the Lord, fantastic, and Matt O'Reilly doing well too. So the moment projected, I think another 4 limited to be picked up by Danny, and obviously Danny won Marcus Rashford during the week, and he hit the 240 threshold, and he got £27 in cash as well. So he's doing well, and I know he's enjoying it. He's been messaging me. And a couple of other bits and pieces. Again, the pain. This one's totally painful. Joe Willis obviously not playing, so be an interesting decision coming up midweek. Need to see if there's any news on that. Big Elliot Panico did pretty well. That might actually card still if Rebic starts, which is bonkers, but there we go. So loads happening. So anyway, into the upcoming game week. So Bob couldn't be on, but he has picked a couple of lineups here. We'll go through those. Maybe have a quick look at my own All-Star, some thoughts, and then get better to come at the weekend, I think. So, All-Star Limited, going with Nashville. Interesting, obviously I've got Andre Blake, and it's probably a good choice not to play him against Messi. Could go Calendar as well though, but in this team obviously going for the Tash. I do have a Panico as well if you're watching this, Bob, if there's any news, but I'll need to check that news myself. Defence wise, going for Zimmerman and Mukhtar, so I like that decision. The guys together, and I'm sitting with the Hani Mukhtar shirt on. Honestly, this is what Sorare does to you. You're cutting about in Scotland, just outside Glasgow, with a blooming Hani Mukhtar shirt on. It's incredible. Messi captain, well, I mean, what can you say about that? That's just the only thing you can say. And obviously, Szymanski was good in the last game as well. So, yeah, I like that lineup. That's looking pretty strong, to be honest. And it's quite a tough midweek in general. These guys had really awesome chance, I think, of picking up something good. Next lineup, capped to 40 limited. So Peter Vindal, help if I'd open the team first. Open the team first. Vindal actually was really good in the last game. Kept a clean sheet, which is quite interesting. So obviously at home you'd expect them to do well. Defence wise here, so we're going for Lehman J. Matthias Vargas, a really good shout. He's just coming into form actually. Been weighing in with a couple of decisives. 42 cap cost there is really good. I think I actually expect him to beat 42 just in terms of base. Issa Callan, again, an interesting one. He seems to have a bit hit or miss, but when he does play, he seems to be scoring a fair amount of goals, and that leaves 56. And we're going for Kasper Junker at 50. So yeah, nice team. Still got an available cap cost of 6 there actually. So I mean, obviously, I'm just going to filter this actually and see for that last position what the other options are just for you, Bob. So Gazdag who's against Miami is probably hard in terms of getting a clean sheet. This gets me a wee bit disappointing score wise. Doesn't seem to be getting that same volume of passes he was getting at Barcelona. Jordi Alba, capable as well. Canale is an interesting one, but obviously kind of playing against Nashville, and it looks like that's a home game, but I think all the games are in America. So Nashville they're not at home, but they're playing in America. There's nothing else major sticking out. Cifuentes, I think, probably will start for Rangers against Servette. Played a wee bit better at weekends, just kind of getting eased into the team. Got Junker listed. Not anymore! I don't have him listed anymore. And the last one's capped to 20 limited. So a few more teams at the weekend, but obviously struggling a wee bit. Well, not struggling, but it's just a more difficult game week, really, to be honest. Like, it's just, yeah, I mean, there's not as many games on. Obviously, there might be some news tomorrow in terms of things being covered. So, Oliver Mbaizo, quite like Oliver actually. Quite a good player. He's capable of some big scores. Jake Doyle Hayes. Lionel Messi. See the strategy here, Bob. Get Messi in the team. I don't mind that at all. I honestly don't mind that at all. Just get Messi in. So one remaining cap cost left over. I'm not Doyle Hayes. I don't know if he's injured or not. Obviously, that's one to double check on Play Sharper and stuff as well. Just seeing what the cap cost there is. I mean, obviously, not much overall choice here. You know, well, still players to choose from, but it's not huge anyway. So anyway, that's Bob's teams picked for midweek. Wee bit more difficult, obviously. Usually, I would have more teams out than this, but it's quite a restrictive game week. But this is the real big team that looks really nice. And Messi, well, he's been delivering. So let's hope he keeps delivering. I'll keep an eye out for news on Joe Willis. I'll be checking Play Sharper myself for that news because, yeah, Panic will get a clean sheet and they've been bringing him on for penalties and stuff as well. So, you know, do they just let him play until the end of the tournament now? I don't know. Does Willis lose his place? Heard there was some personal issues or whatever. Don't know. Has he been watching Joe Hart playing? Is that the personal issue? Has he been watching Joe Hart and taking technique lessons? No, shut up now. I'm not selling Joe Hart anyway. But anyway, between them, I don't think they could keep a clean sheet to save themselves. So anyway, I'm going to pick, I think, just the All-Star Rare Pro just now. I won't have many teams myself, so I'll be filling out probably some of the other stuff, but I think probably have a quick look at the All-Star Rare Pro. I always like to have a wee look and see what the general suggestions on here are in the lineup builder too. Just quite a clever tool, obviously, from Sorare data too. Obviously, Bob, if you want me to run this through, actually message me and I can run it through for you too. So maybe we should have done that earlier. It's interesting actually. It's kind of picking optimally here, but it's got Canales against Hani, so that's quite interesting. So probably in this team, just go for Langerak, actually, just avoid the Hani conundrum, but we can play him somewhere else. I don't know why this doesn't throw up Sugawara. So see, obviously do your own research on this stuff too. So availability here, unless I decide to put in an under 23s team, I think Sugawara's got to play here. I mean, he was really good again at the weekend. He scored in the last game against this team. So two decisives in a row, and I think AZ will be dominating this game. Seems to be fancied to start as well. Midfield wise, so yeah, could go Hani, could go Ferdi, could go Szymanski. This is the bummer about not having more goalkeepers linked to those players, because obviously from that point of view, I don't have enough goalkeepers put out. I think I'll probably just keep Hani back and actually get him in with the Joe Willis or the Panico stack, or whatever wrong decision I'm going to make. I might hedge my bets here actually. Fenerbahce away at Maribor is not going to be that easy a game, so obviously they beat him the last time, but there could be some rotation stuff there. So I might play Canales actually, because then at least if I play Canales and they do bash up Nashville, then that gives me a wee bit of a hedge. Maybe not optimal, but a wee bit of a hedge. Messi's going in as captain, just got to go in as captain, hasn't he? I mean, like, just got to. Tadic is an interesting one. He's been playing awesome, but he stayed on for the full game at the weekend, so I really want to play him, but I'm also going to have to check and see if he's fancied to start. He started every game so far, but also that makes me a wee bit concerned. I quite like, actually, Matthias Vargas. That's quite a good fixture there as well. I think provisionally, obviously, I'm going to put in Tadic. PSV were excellent against Sturm. I thought they outclassed them a bit actually at home, but then again they're playing away from home. That could be a different game. So Joey Veerman's also an option there too. Just having a look down. Omar Gavia's coming into a bit of form from Monterrey as well, so that's quite interesting. Though I don't really want to back them to go up Nashville. I want it to be kind of tight, if that makes sense. Cifuentes, obviously, I do want a Rangers player here. Don't worry, he'll be flipped when his price rockets. I think he's really undervalued. Got guys like Rebic and things can play in here, so actually got a pretty good choice midweek. Just not got enough blooming well goalkeepers, which I do own enough of them and just don't have enough selection. So I think that'll be the provisional selection just now. I mean, Canales scored 2 games in a row for Monterrey. Obviously a really class player as well, puts in a bit of a base. Messi's Messi. Langerak means we don't need to make a decision on Joe Willis and Panico just now, and that's just a great fixture, I think, for Sugawara, and hopefully he's going to maintain that position and they don't mess about too much in terms of starting positions. So I'll check all this on Play Sharper tomorrow. Obviously, the deadline is also a wee bit later now. It's 3 p.m. deadline, so you can get a wee bit more time to actually have a look at these things as well. Since we don't have many lineups, I'll probably just pick an all-star super rare lineup. So at the moment, I'm going to go with Joe Willis. Am I? Oh, shit. I need to check the news on that. I mean, Panico played really well, so I wouldn't be surprised if he starts. So that's going to be a tough decision. Although he's got a really low cap cost, I can maybe get him in the caps. Zimmerman, Hani Mukhtar. So I mean, obviously, if Nashville do well, they're all going to have to do well. Jordan Larson Unique's nice to actually be able to get him in with a team, to be honest. Like, so one midweek there recently where I just couldn't really get him in at all. Kavechi came off injured, I think. So I think that Sebastian Szymanski's got to play, really. Interested to see what happens with Rebic if he plays tonight for Besiktas, because obviously good home game again. Tete's just joined Galatasaray, so he might not start against Ljubljana. That's easy for me to say. So I think Pierre probably on his recent form's got to be Sebastian Szymanski. So pretty nice team that actually. Nashville didn't seem to be on form, but they've got themselves all the way through to the latter stages. So on home soil in America, you can't really rule them out. And yeah, I mean during the week, that's got loads of potential to win something. I don't think there's any other decision really to be made in terms of that. Prize pools wise, you're talking about up top, super rare tier 1, rare tier 2, and $915 worth of Ethereum. So that's really good. And for midweek and stuff, that's also really good. I don't have an under 23 goalkeeper, so I'm not going to really focus on that, but I might just chuck a team in there because I see here there's only 71 teams in so far, and there's 19 cards to be won. So if you get a couple of supers in there with a couple of rares, you could still pick something up as well. Anyway, I think that's enough for just now. You see it's a wee bit lower in terms of the amount of teams, bit of a quieter midweek, but huge weekend coming up. Champion Europe's going to be awesome, I think, this weekend. Obviously, all the big leagues running. No Celtic, so sorry, Bob. That's can't believe you have won the competition. You don't get to select any Celtic players from a gallery, but you've still got loads of choice to run at the weekend. Man City stacks. You could even pick Harry Kane for Bayern Munich. And I know you're going to be greeting if you're actually watching this now, so I'll shut up. So anyway, good luck everyone. Hope everyone has a good game week, and we'll see you again later on in the week with a build up to the weekend. Good luck and go Funk.